Alright everybody, so I just watched the Angry Video Game Nerd movie, which came out a few days ago, and yeah, I like the Angry Video Game Nerd. I've watched him since I think 2007 or something, so yeah, big fan of his work, and the film isn't, the long review put short version is, it's okay, it's not bad, and I know that's going to sound terrible, but I was kind of expecting it to be worse, because I heard how ambitious the script was, and also because I never really cared for James's skits. I think he started doing skits, I think, around about 2008 with the Angry Video Game Nerd, and I wasn't really a fan of it, and I don't think, and it did kind of polarize a lot of Angry Video Game Nerd fans, the skits, especially that Bugs Bunny one. Anyway, the film is about 2 hours long, and that is, in my opinion, just too long. And the production values were very, very good, and that was the surprising thing. The production values were actually probably the best part of the film, which is surprising considering it's an indie film. But no, the real problem, I think, was with the script. Like I said, 2 hours too long. I think a lot of it should have been cut. There were too many locations filmed, and it didn't, aside from the introduction and maybe the nightmare sequence near the beginning, it didn't really flow together very well. It kind of felt like, oh, here's one location, let's move to the next location. And also some of the characters, they added two characters to the film, not from the show, as a sort of like goofy side, what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of cliched characters, basically, comedy relief, that kind of stuff, and I didn't care for either of them, to be honest. And yeah, just it wasn't bad. It's just it I know I was explaining. It was like Michael Bay kind of wrote the script to it. Basically, that's what it kind of came. It was more like an experiment on visuals rather than storytelling, and I think probably James would admit that, because it's his first feature-length film, I think. So it is what the James Rolfe wanted it to be, and that is what it is, and that is an experiment and not a failure by any means. I'd probably give it 5 out of 10. Maybe I'd give it 6 out of 10 if they created another version of the film and cut down the running length, because, as I said, 2 hours is just too long. And there were times, especially towards the second half of the film, where I kind of checked my phone a few times, so my concentration wasn't great in the second half, and I think a lot of that is because too much happens. Really, it's a bit like, it's like a film made for someone with ADHD. And I realise I'm being quite negative here, but no, it was pretty decent. It wasn't particularly funny either, but it wasn't cringeworthy, like say the nostalgia critic films. It was decent. If you're an Angry Video Game Nerd fan, I think you would like it. But yeah, 5 out of 10 basically. So, yep.